everyone, welcome to NECC Today, a show produced by NECC students featuring some of the best things going on both on and off campus. I'm Shayna Richards, and coming up today, we fill you in on everything you need to know about NECC's CPAC program and academic standing policy. And we take a trip to Newburyport to check out the local farmers market. But first, Winnie Chen and Gabriel Cordero give you a close-up look at NECC's Speechapalooza.
Dear Diary, my name is Gabriel Cordero. I know it is totally cheesy for a guy to write and talk into a diary like this, but hey, don't blame me. This is totally the screenwriter's fault. Nevertheless, I have to keep a record of this event. An event hosted by the most brilliant PR class students of NECC and participated by students across all different majors. I believe it was April 8th, a morning that was meant to be. I was in my classroom with nothing to do, as usual. Luckily, there was a magic flyer passed by so many different students. And yeah, it is mine. And look, Speechapalooza! What's the hurry? Where are you running off to, friend?
Don't talk to me right now. I have to go to Speechapalooza. It's a great event, and you and me are very late, so I have to go. Hey, Speechapalooza is a great event for public speaking. A lot of people are going to be there. I'm very hungry. They have pizza there, and I have a show to...
Dear Diary, you have no idea how excited I am. Of course, I was running a bit late behind schedule, but I arrived to the event just on time for me to become one of the greatest speakers on stage. But I will get to that later. Before which, I have to tell you a story about how this event was created. Amy Callahan, my favorite professor, introduced it to me.
I was looking for more opportunities for our public speaking students to have public speaking venues with a larger audience. But also, I felt that such good work is being done in these classrooms. You know, I'm sitting there in my public speaking classes, in my classes that are public presentation intensive, hearing my students deliver these amazing speeches. They do all this great work, and their skills are developing, their delivery skills, and I thought, what a shame this can't be shared with more people.
When we were asked if we were going to have a guest speaker, like someone older or someone from like different university, we were like, no, because the point of the whole project was supposed to be about students, and that every student that was speaking was the guest speaker. So it was the student voices, we have choices, and everyone is important.
My favorite part of Speechapalooza was seeing all the great speakers go up there and talk about different things. Shayna Richards did a great presentation on females in movies. Luis Perez, I loved his presentation on his mom. That was great.
Researchers from University at Buffalo said that previous research has found sexualized images of women have far-reaching negative consequences for both men and women. So these are just a few images I found of women featured on the covers of Rolling Stone magazine. And the study they did used covers of the Rolling Stone magazine from 1967 to 2009 to measure changes in the sexualization of men and women in popular media over time.
I want to get this out of the way. I'm a mama's boy, and she's not here right now. She's actually working, and I'm excited because I'm recording this for her and she's gonna listen to it when she gets home. And a little bit about her, she's been a single mom since I was literally 3 years old. And she didn't tell me until I was 19 that I wasn't supposed to be born. My dad played AAA for the Detroit Tigers. He actually chose the wrong path and started to do drugs. And when they got pregnant and whatever, my dad didn't want the baby. My dad didn't want to pursue that. My dad didn't want to pull up his big boy pants and say that I want to be a dad. And I thank God every single morning because she decided to take the challenge, because I am a challenge. You know, I own my own business. You know, I'm doing financially well. And I say this to you because there was one point in time, actually last year, that my mom was very sick. And can we agree, if you have a job, you have to call your boss, hey, can I go see my parents? Hey, can you tell me I gotta stop because I gotta go see my parents? And what this business allowed me to do, because before this, people thought I was crazy. People thought I was an idiot. People thought, oh, you gotta go to college. And you know, college is great. I'm gonna pursue college and get my master's degree, but I do this on the side because my mom told me I can do it. The
students here inspire me. So many of my students have come from backgrounds where they overcame a challenge or they're still overcoming a challenge, obstacles to the goals that they're trying to reach. And this place has a lot of heart.
I got in a bad vehicle accident at my last job a couple of years ago, which made it, you know, impossible for me to drive and impossible for me to work, and I had to take about a year to figure out what I wanted to do next. So I had this dream for probably about a decade of talking sports on the radio, and I found out about Northern Essex Community College and went about the application, the paperwork, and what I had to do, and I started last semester.
Today I'm going to talk about 80s music and my favorite group, Duran Duran, from that time frame. All right, Duran Duran formed in Birmingham, England in 1978. Members at the height of their success in the 80s, okay, Nick Rhodes has been there the whole time. Roger Taylor, the drummer, he took some time to raise a family. Andy and John Taylor took time off for drug rehab and some, you know, do some solo projects. Simon LeBon, lead vocalist, you know, my hero during my teenage years, okay. Thank God they tried for the 4th time for it to get a lead vocalist, because if they didn't, we wouldn't have Duran Duran as we know them today.
The other part of it was I brought my girlfriend to see me speak, meet some of my classmates and friends. This is something that we did as a group with Professor Callahan for the first time, bringing something like this to the students. This should be at least a yearly occurrence for the students here as well. They should have some experience.
Well, Speechapalooza would never be Speechapalooza without the contribution of the students from the PR class. I am really lucky to get a chance to talk to some of them.
At the actual event, I was the greeter who handed out the pamphlets, so I would, like when in the lobby, I would try and tell people and get them to come in, and people who didn't know about it yet to try and have them come in and stay for the event.
We had 12 pizzas and a whole bunch of water, and that was a big draw. Yeah, everyone goes crazy for that.
And that is one of the reasons why the event was so successful, is because it was a product of the students. The social media work, the public relations work in promoting the event was a big, big part of it. We know that college-age students more than 90% of college-age students are using social media. I think that's why the energy of the event came across in such a special way, that it was an event about student voices that was produced by students. In fact, a fellow faculty member stopped me in the hall after Speechapalooza the next day and she said, you know, when I walked in to Lecture Hall A where the event was held, she said, I knew that something special was going on. She said, and I couldn't put my finger on it at first. And she said, and then I realized it's the students.
Everything comes together like slowly, and by the end, you just have like this whole event, and it's really cool to see it come together in like the different pieces and see everyone else like contribute.
Inspired by the students, I went on stage to give a speech myself. Wow! I even got scared by myself. This is such an unforgettable day for me. I played around, ate lots of pizza. I followed our girl with lots of balloons. She was so cute. This is Speechapalooza! Yay!
Oh, hey. I just got back from the Speechapalooza, and man, oh man, am I tired. I had lots of fun, lots of pizza, and oh, if you excuse me, I'm gonna take my nap.
Speaking firsthand, Speechapalooza was a great event to participate in and a great way for students to have their voices heard. Up next, after this long, cold winter, it's a great time to get out and partake in what local farmers and artisans have to offer. Alex Shields, Laurel Taggart, and Kaylee Rudier took a trip down to Newburyport to visit one of the many local farmers markets in the area.
Hi, I'm Alex here with HC Media at the Newburyport Marketplace. It's a farmers market that's going on right now where people bring in a lot of food and candles. There's music, there's tons of stuff that happens here. So I'm going to go and check out and see what's going on.
So, what's your best seller?
Queen Amande, which is a pastry from Brittany, and it's made like a croissant. It's laminated dough and butter, and then there's sugar added in the final folds, and the sugar caramelizes on the outside. And you break it open, it's light and flaky and layered and buttery on the inside.
We make organic teas and spice blends. I've always been interested in tea and spices, and a friend of mine and I had the idea a couple years ago, about 7 years ago, to start growing herbs and take them to the market, and then we started doing dried blends as well. We do grilling rubs, we do different salt blends, but we primarily do tea and spices, and then in the summertime we also grow flowers, and we have fresh flowers and fresh herbs as well. We actually did 23 farmers markets a week last year in the greater Boston area, and we also have a store in Winchester that we opened 2 years ago.
We do farmers markets in Northern Mass, Marblehead, Cape Ann, Lexington, and here in Newburyport in the summertime as well. We get a lot of great direct feedback, which is really very satisfying, I think. Plus, it's a nice community atmosphere, so it's a lot of fun. And I like the music too, so it's all good. It's a great experience.
Oh, I think this is like my 4th year coming here.
My first.
I enjoy all the different things that I can get here. I enjoy that our crafts are all handmade by local people. I enjoy root vegetables, and they're all made by the locals here. I enjoy the grass-fed beef that we can get here, and everything's fresh, and today it's warm out. I enjoy that.
Oh, I love the unique old food, the Ukrainian food. I come every week just to get that, or every other week.
Yeah.
And I like the Mid-Eastern food.
Yeah.
The hummus and the grape leaves, and the olives. And I get the bread. I get a lot of the pig's fly.
Let's not forget the flowers. That's the most important thing.
The Newburyport Farmers Market is dog friendly and there's tons of dogs walking around. So as you can see, there's plenty of people, plenty of dogs, and plenty of food. So how about you come on down and enjoy some of the desserts and food at the farmers market. So next one should be next Sunday. This is Alex signing off from HC Media.
For more information on the Newburyport Farmers Market, go to thenewburyportfarmersmarket.org. Academic suspension, academic probation, GPA. What does it all mean, and how do these things affect your standings at NECC? Faith Gregory, Sarah Argenbright, and Thomas Shama take a closer look at NECC's academic standings policy, as well as NECC's Career Planning Advisory Center.
Hi, my name is Sarah Argenbright, and today we're going to be learning about CPAC, the Career Planning and Advising Center located on the NECC Haverhill and Lawrence campuses.
At Northern Essex Community College, the academic advising team is dedicated to providing the best possible advising that will assist students in accomplishing their academic, career, transfer, and personal goals. Our commitment is to assist students in planning and visualizing their future. We are here to help all students, both those in a major and those who are just attending for personal enrichment. Academic advising is a shared responsibility that includes expectations for both student and advisor. Advisors are located on both campuses at the Baracus One Stop Student Center on the Haverhill campus and the L. Heffney building on the Lawrence campus. As a student, you will be taught the following by your academic advisor. 1. Understand how to use DegreeWorks when it is appropriate to register online for classes. 2. Identify where to find program requirements and admission and registration policies and procedures. 3. Use the credit course search tool and NECC student portal to select and register for appropriate classes. 4. Identify the services offered by various departments on campus. 5. Contact an advisor or the advising department. Please be aware, as a student, you are expected to be prepared for class. Students are also expected to be prepared for advising meetings. You should research your degree requirements, pre- and co-requisites, and transfer information before your appointment. Actively participate in advising by asking questions and by sharing and clarifying goals. Follow through on advising recommendations in a timely manner. As advisors, we also have expectations. Your academic advisor will be knowledgeable about programs and graduation requirements, policies, and procedures, encourage and guide students to develop and pursue their goals and create an academic plan, refer students to appropriate campus resources, be accessible via phone, email, and walk-in hours, and respond to students in a timely way, follow through on actions promised to students, recommend appropriate classes and describe academic programs and other tools to assist students in course selection and registration. Resources for students include advising website, Blackboard, and DegreeWorks. On behalf of the entire Career Planning and Advising Center, we look forward to meeting all of you.
Well, that wraps up our segment on CPAC. I hope you found this information valuable.
Thanks, guys. Important information for all present and future students. So that's what's going on in and around NECC this month. I'm Shana Richards, and we'll see you on campus.